Hey Nancy,
Hello, how are you?
I'm fabulous. Joanne's
Great.
stuck. Let me find her. Here's Maureen. Joanne's trying to get into. Yay, Joanne. She'll be
Yeah,
in
she
a
just,
second, I'm fairly sure. I uh the link is the same. Is that she's saying it's an old link because until I sign in for some reason, it gives you an error message. So once I sign in, she should be able to get in. So
okay.
that's that, I think.
She is on.
What's up,
So,
Maureen?
not too much. How are you doing this morning?
Good. You're not you're not gonna be on camera either.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot. I'm so sorry. It automatically does it when I sign in.
Oh, the camera thing?
The camera thing, yeah.
That's settings. Oh, here's Joanne. Yeah.
There's Joanne. Welcome, Joanne. Welcome, Joanne.
Joanne, it does that every time. The link's not changed all these years. It's that until I sign in as the host, it gives you that error message.
Oh, okay.
So one, if you get the error message again, it's not that the link's wrong, it's that I'm not signed in yet.
Gotcha.
So sorry.
That's okay.
I was going to type all that out, but I'm like, I'll just say it when she gets on.
But then why don't I get the error message? Why do I just have to say, I get a message that says the host hasn't signed in yet.
That could be her settings. I don't know.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I
didn't get
get
an
that
error message.
sometimes. Sometimes I get that, but it didn't do that today. And I was like, oh, shoot. Okay.
No,
Oh,
it's the same.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I think on Team Time Tuesday, what I did was I set up the schedule. Do you mind if I mute you, Joanne? We can hear your background.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
No, that's all
I
right.
did.
I there. Okay, thank you. Um, Team Time Tuesday, I set up the schedule in my Zoom account so it's perpetual forever and doesn't end. When the send out cards one, I never did that. I just never fixed it. The link always has worked, but I just never put it on the calendar. So I think that's the difference.
Oh,
Um,
okay. That makes
Matter of fact,
sense.
I found something about send out cards that I didn't know this morning. That's the
Oh,
difference.
good. Okay, share.
Share, share. Um,
Share, share.
I probably knew this at one point, but I'd forgotten because I almost always create my own card, the whole thing.
Mm. Hmm.
But yesterday I was thinking of doing a new version of the recruiting card for my Avon business, which I perpetually do, is send a few of those a day. And I started with a pre-made stock front. But when you do that, it doesn't go into your own custom card section, so you can't resend it. Yeah, I'd forgotten about that. I think I knew
Yeah.
that at one point, but I forgot. So this morning I went into Canva and created my own, which I like better anyway. But
Yeah.
yesterday I was just trying to make it happen because I don't want days to go by where I'm thinking, oh, I need to do that card front, but I'll do that tomorrow. I don't want that to happen. So I made one go out yesterday, and then a different one went out today. That's all. So now I have got it in
Yeah.
the card section though.
Yeah. When I was doing my Halloween cards at first, the very first Halloween card I did was I used one of their stock cards because it was something about ghosts.
But
It
then
was
you
something
had to
about,
recreate the whole thing.
and then I had to recreate it the next day, and I was like, I'm not recreating this. I am just not recreating this. So I
I
just
have to,
went,
I have to go to the store after this, by the way, because I'm out of coffee creamer. And
uh-oh.
although we all know how much I like black things, really, coffee isn't one of those things that it's
Yeah.
too much. Too much.
Too much. So
Right.
so I don't know if you guys saw this on my page or not, but the other day there's a comedian that I like that I listen to on TikTok. His name is Jimmy Carr. and he's British and he's funny and he has this laugh. It's like in his nose laugh. And when you hear him laugh, you can't help but laugh. But he does these things where the audience will ask him a question and then he'll respond. And he said something the other day that was like right here. It was like, the life you want is on the other side of the work you're avoiding.
Oh, oopsie. Yeah, that I think that hits all of us.
And
Yeah.
it was just like, oh my God. I don't even remember what the question was.
Oh,
Something about him being if he wasn't a comedian, what else would he be or something? I can't remember. But that's what
yeah,
he said.
that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm feeling guilty over here with my chock full house that I'm trying to get empty.
But it's like that. I mean, every other way people had said things, it was like, yeah, I get it. But that
Yeah.
was just like, oh my God. Oh my God. And
Well, and I
then
wrote that. Go ahead.
and then this came out too small, so I got to figure out what to do. But I was gonna put this on my bathroom mirror for my lymphatic massage.
Oh, yes, yeah. Oh,
But
that's awesome.
yeah, but it came out too small, so I got to figure out. So I can't even read that with my glasses on.
Maybe break it into two sections,
Probably.
or you could spread it out in the inside of the card, except it would be sideways.
Yeah, but I'll figure it out. I'll figure it
Yeah,
out. But those
that's
are the two I
awesome.
created this week, other than some of the Halloween ones I did.
Yeah, the post I made Monday Morning Madness this morning, Monday morning, no, Monday Madness. I don't put morning anymore. Monday Madness this morning. Okay, the post I made was um we sit there all the time and listen to people say, well, I was just waiting for the kids to go back to school, or I'm just waiting for things to get, I've got to recruit. And he sold for me before, and he was like this before. So he signed up probably 3 weeks ago. He's still, well, I was putting this together and I want to get a good head start, and I'm reading all the literature and I've got the things. So he hasn't ordered. And I'm like, all that stuff is awesome, but you're not making no money. You're not getting any, you're not going towards your goal at all. You even sold before. You don't need to know
Right.
all that stuff. And he's like, well, I want to word this just right. So, but what happens is I met people like that when I first was starting in this, and they've since wandered off. And I did a little bit every day, and I'm still here and earned enough money to live off of all these years.
Right.
So I don't know, even if you just did a little something to yeah, that's what I like about the cards. It's like it can help me because I know I sent my 10 today, not 9,
Not
10.
nine.
And right. And I know that that's going to help me towards my goals. Because someone went to recruiting, someone went to customers, and
Yep.
I know that that's going to help me towards my goal as long as I don't miss that. Even
Right.
if I get in a pinch and have to send one's more than none.
Exactly. Exactly. But I do want to say something to what we talked about last week, and I hope Joanne's listening because I owe you guys an apology. I got thinking about the whole update letter thing in the cards. I got thinking about that today or the other day. And the only reason I did that and the only reason it hit me is because one of the people in one of my card groups sent me a letter, just sent me a letter. I don't know who she is, and just telling me, different things, about fall and what she's excited for. And it made me realize that those updates you guys do is nothing more than like a pen pal letter. You're just letting people know what your family's been up to for the last year or 6 months or 8 months or whatever it's been. Whereas the person that used to send the letters, and that's why I said what I said, is because they would tell me everything. They would tell us
I don't
everything.
think I don't know Joanne that well, but you could say Joanne. I don't think Joanne kept that going in her head past when the call stopped.
But you know
Once the
how
Zoom
I
stopped,
am.
I know, but don't
No,
overthink it.
You're overthinking, Maureen.
I say I think Joanne's a little bit more like me, where I listened to what you said at the time, but then once the call stopped, I went on with my life. I certainly didn't take offense, and I don't think Joanne did either. We just went
Yeah,
on.
No, I didn't take offense. I just was giving her my input so that,
Yeah.
maybe it's not the same for her, but I've not had the same issues, I guess.
yeah. Well, and I appreciate, but then when I got that letter, I was like, this is almost exactly like what they do, except. But yes, I do overthink everything. Thank you, Joanne, for reminding me.
I don't even know what I'm gonna, speaking of the holiday card, by the way, I don't even know what I'm gonna put in mine because my year has pretty much been what we going to Yonkers and back.
No, but you went to South Carolina, you went
And
to
I went to
North
Napa,
Carolina.
right? I did those two things. It's just usually I have a lot more to talk about.
Yeah.
And there's a lot that happened during all this time, but not really Christmas card worthy. So I'm trying to get the kid to take a picture. He said Jackson, the boyfriend, isn't doesn't like his picture taken. Well, he's lucky he's not over here more because I'd make fun of him to his face. I'd be like, grow up there, buddy. Okay, but
Yeah.
anyway, so I said, well, just take a picture of you with the cats or something, because Alex has a couple cats, so that's what I'm hoping for. So anyway, but yeah, that and I should probably get a new picture of me and Ty with Jaden in it. We don't always put Jaden in the pictures. So
Yeah.
I should get a three picture with the three of us. He's funny, you got to take like 12 to get one. Although I've taken so many of him compared to before, no one took pictures, right? That he goes, cheese! I think that's funny.
I think he's so cute. He is so
He's funny.
adorable.
He's funny.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it's hard. It was hard to get used to at first, but because he's so big, he's bigger than me, taller than me, and he's just so big, you just forget that in the inside he's only like 5.
Yeah.
So you have to, it takes an adjustment in your head to make the translation. It's like someone speaking a different language because you can't expect from him what you would get from a 13-year-old. You have to expect what you'd get from a 5-year-old. So,
Mm,
but it's funny.
yeah. I remember my next door neighbor back home, her two youngest were autistic, and they were completely different. The daughter, Lauren, she was very nonverbal, and but the son Bobby, he was verbal, but he was like, Lauren would eat anything you'd put in front of her. Bobby would only eat grilled cheese, popcorn, and drink a soda. That's
And
all he would
I'm not
do.
even sure that's the autism, although Ty thinks that about Jaden too, because he only likes certain things. But my kid isn't autistic, and he only ate what? He got on Jags about stuff. Chicken nuggets, which Jaden eats. Like he got on Jags about stuff. And then once he started to go to school, it was even worse about what the other kids like. So then at the end there, he was pescatarian, which I think he's doing now, which is means I only eat fish. I don't eat meat. So, right. And I'm like, so you don't care if the fish are unhappy, just the cows. Is that the size of this or I don't know. Are we going to be mad at the plants next or
Ugh,
right?
right?
Yeah. But
But
that was all school did that.
yeah,
Yeah,
but it was
I'm not sure that because Ty thinks it's the texture of stuff, but I think some of it's just he's a little kid.
yeah.
You know what I
And it was
mean? Little
funny with
kid
Bobby too.
like
Do you remember? I don't know, back east, you guys might remember this, but remember the grocery stores would sell those big 10-pound bags of pre-popcorn.
yeah,
That's all he would eat. That was it. That was the only popcorn he'd eat.
yeah. Yeah, that's happens.
Yeah. Yep. But it was just,
Yeah,
it was
even
interesting.
when I was a kid, what was my thing? Oh, generic Pop-Tarts, and it wasn't. I didn't even like the real ones. I liked of course, we weren't buying the real ones anyway. That's why I liked the generic ones. But I ate the generic Pop-Tarts for years for breakfast. I'm sure that's how I built my physique with some of the generic Pop-Tarts.
Well,
Yeah.
I tell people, I tell people this body was not made on health food.
No. Mm.
But my husband has turned me into a snob on certain things because like when we eat hot dogs, all we'll eat is kosher. What are they
Oh,
called?
that
Hebrew
means
National.
no
Hebrew
pork?
National.
That just mean no pork in them?
I
I need the
they're blessed
translation for
and they're
stuff.
blessed
Oh,
or
and they're blessed. Okay.
and they're blessed.
I hadn't thought
And
about
then
blessing my
I will
hot dogs.
only I will only use Heinz ketchup. I mean, he's got me turned into a snob on certain things. It's like, nope,
Well,
I
no, I
won't go
think
back.
that's everybody though. Ties like that. I never had mostly brand preferences. It has to be different for me to not like it. But you know what I didn't realize is the amount we weren't seasoning our food.
Yes.
I didn't know that. Yeah, Ty pointed that out. And it's like it's a joke uh that white people don't season their food. And I said, that's not true, but it is.
It is.
May
It
not
very
be
much
true,
is.
right? May not be true everywhere, but it's true with everybody I know now that I know what's the seasoning means.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I
so what are we going to talk about card wise?
well, I was thinking last night, October 30th is, oh, what the hell is it? Oh, I'm sorry. What the heck is it? It's a giving day or something. Hold on. I took a picture of it.
October
Gallery.
30th?
Huh?
It must be an obscure holiday. It's not on the calendar.
Well, it was on my TV, so maybe that's not it. Where's the TV screen? Where's the TV screen? Nope. I could have swore I took a picture of it. Oh, here it is. October 30th is National Uplift Someone Day.
Oh,
Um, Learn more at upliftsomeoneday.com. Proudly supporting Feeding America. So I was like, well, maybe there's someone out there that we could send a card to.
how
Or
about if we put a challenge up on all of our own walls to send a card on that day? On
okay.
National Uplift Card Day, do you want to be in charge of making the graphic?
Yes,
Because
yeah,
that's a
I'll
good
do that.
idea.
I'll do
I
that.
don't know about tying us to that organization because we don't know enough about them to do that, I think.
Right, I won't. I'll just
But
say,
you could just say National Uplift Day, and um, we hope that you'll send a card.
yeah,
If they've never sent a card before, they can send a card on any of our accounts for free. One, if
one.
they've never done it before.
Yeah. And I actually
Um,
clicked the link and I went in and they have a lot of cards to choose from.
Oh, yeah. It's all of them,
Yeah.
isn't it? The stock cards? Or
I
no?
don't think it's all of them. I think it's a select few, but there's a lot to choose from.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's awesome because I think that's a good idea
Yeah.
to
So I
get
saw
people.
that.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
I did get a referral yesterday for Avon from someone that used to be a rep that went somewhere else, referred a recruit to me. And what was funny is the woman wants a brochure, and I found something else new out. I didn't know about that. Campaign mailer, which is my favorite thing. I had just sent it. I had just sent my order for 23 when this lady contacted me, and I'd already sent it. So I'm like, oh, so I'll have to mail it in the mail. Well, no, I don't, because what I can do, you can't add it to the order you already sent, but you can create a group with just her in it and send one brochure.
Oh,
So it cost me $2.80 to send the one to her, which is still cheaper than if I tried to send it myself. So yay. So
Yeah.
I'm still gonna send her 22 because she wants the Christmas front. But oh, and it's funny because I wanted to give her a hard time. I looked her up on our favorite site. I'll put it in the comments so you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. I
Mhm.
looked her up there. She said to me, "What's your recommendation for the aged?" And I said, I thought to myself, I wonder if she's like 80 or something. So I said, I'm not sure what your definition of aged is, but I'm 62, and one of my new favorites is the Beyond Glow, uh, the all-in-one one. And I sent her the link for it and everything. She's 65. I'm like, she's considering herself aged.
Agent. Wow.
Just in case you're all wondering, I don't.
I don't either. I don't either.
Aged.
I don't either. Sean was picking on me the other day. He's like, you know, you're 60, and I'm like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. And he's like, but you're closer to 60 than you are to 50. I don't care. I am not 60 yet, so don't tell me I'm
I don't
60.
mind
I
being
said,
60,
but
but I'm not
this,
aged. I'm not aged. I'm certainly
this
your
looks
citizen.
good for 57. I said, this looks good for
Yeah.
57. But if you think back to like the 80s and the TV characters that are our age, what they looked like on TV back then, I mean, look at the Golden Girls. They weren't much older than we are now.
I know. That's scary, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this lady, I'm going to send her a card too. I looked up her stuff and she gave me her address, of course, because she wanted a brochure sent. She's out in California. So
California.
I think that's helpful uh, referrals. So now I need to send not only her a card, just welcoming her with some pictures in there, but also a referral to the one that gave her name to me, a referral card. And matter of fact, don't laugh. I follow rules. You know I do. You know I have rules. Ty gave me a referral, and it was one of his cousins down in South Carolina. So I sent him a thank you card for the referral with, I think it was pink cookies in it or something. And he said, "You didn't tell me you were going to send pink cookies or whatever." And I said, "But you gave me a referral. That's how it works. When you get a thank you card, you get a brownies or cookies or whatever I'm sending that day." So to me, it doesn't matter who gave it to me. Matter of fact, it should have been twice as good that it was someone that close to me that would give me a referral.
Right.
I certainly wouldn't do less for them. So anyway, I think those are the kind of rules that you should have in your business, and it helps to have the cards to do that. And if you're wondering what I send for a referral card, it's not complicated. Thank you for the referral. That's it. And
Mhm.
usually I try to say something about it, and then I say, I contacted her already, or I sent her a brochure already, or whatever I did do. And then I said, don't worry, I'll take good care of her. Thank you very much. So I don't say more than that. Do you guys do, Joanne, do you do referral cards? Because you must get a bunch.
I do not, but I think that's a good idea. I usually just give them a little like hand cream or something in their
Mhm.
order. And then I've got those stickers from the booster.com that they're not in business anymore that say thank you for your referral. And I stick that on the hand cream.
Oh, nice. Well, I mean, you don't have to stop doing that, but you may want to take one of your 10 and send them a card too. They've
Yeah,
got,
that
and
would be good.
if you type referral in the search bar on the front page, the dashboard of, not the dashboard, but the catalog, there's a whole bunch of stock referral cards. So you don't even have to come up with the front. So, or if you want to create your own, I pick one of the ones that has a bunch of pictures and then a text thing, and I put in there, "Thank you for the referral from your Avon lady, Lisa Wilber." Do you know why I say your Avon lady? It's the same reason I don't when there's something wrong with me, I don't say my asthma, or I don't take ownership of shit that's wrong. I take ownership. I project ownership. So I put your Avon lady because I want the customer to take ownership of me so that they think of me as theirs. Not just any Avon lady, I'm their Avon lady. And it's the same reason I don't take ownership when there's something wrong because I don't want it to become part of me. So if I say, what, my arthritis or whatever it is, I don't say that. I say that, like it's that arthritis or that cold or whatever it is. I don't take ownership of that. Yeah, I take ownership when I'm doing business stuff. So when like even with Adopt a Highway, I put your Avon lady on the sign. I actually don't know what I did on that was on the Adopt a Highway. I put the Avon lady. That's right. Because there was 15 in my town and they
Mhm.
were all going by it. And that was like a
Like a
that,
little,
ew, and that was
yeah,
that
yeah.
was
That's
wrong.
funny. That's
Yeah,
funny.
that's wrong. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I forgot. I sent my husband a card a couple weeks ago, and I'm looking at it right now because I'm sitting in the living room, and it says, "I love you so much that I'll even talk to you during the hockey game."
Oh, oh, because you're the hockey fan.
I'm the hockey fan. He puts up with it, but I am the hockey fan. Like, like I talk about it all the time. So, and it was
I'm
just
lucky
funny.
to, yeah, I'm not the football fan, but I ask a zillion questions because it's not fun to watch if you don't know what's going on. And
Yeah.
luckily, he doesn't get mad about that. Some guys don't like that. They just want you to sit there and, and watch it with them. So that and wrestling, he's into wrestling. And at first I thought it was stupid. And I thought it was stupid for years, but he explained it to me. It's not wrestling, really. It's not like athletic wrestling. It's entertainment. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be entertaining. They have storylines that they already created, so they already know how it's going to go. But people genuinely get hurt still
Yes, they do. They
because
do.
that's a very athletic sport. But it's like watching a soap opera, except they're athletes. Yeah, when I looked at it that way, then it's not so stupid. You just got to follow along the storylines and stuff. But they make a ton of money.
They do. I used to watch it back in the heyday of it. I watched it.
Yeah. Well, there's a heyday now.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the reason it's not on regular TV is because they get money and
Hmm.
they're overseas and they're doing all kind of, yeah, they sell a gazillion dollars worth of stuff.
They
Yeah,
do.
it's
They do.
hysterical. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just had to have
I remember watching the pay-per-view the night that the one of the wrestlers, he was up in the rafters and he was supposed to come down, and it was a pay-per-view, and he fell off the rafter. He fell.
boom.
And I remember watching that. And they cut really fast off and everything, but I remember that. And I
They
think
die or what
that
happened? What happened to him?
he died.
No, God, that's horrible.
It's horrible. He died. Yeah, he was part of the
Wow.
Hart brothers, the Hart franchise back in the
Yeah.
day.
Wow.
Um, and I remember, and I think that's when I kind of like kind of stopped watching it a little bit
Yeah.
because it was like I can't watch this anymore. Because we back then we always thought it was really real. I mean, that's the way they presented us to us. You
Right.
know, we
I think
never
what changed
really,
that they did a documentary on the thing and that's how that, yeah. But you know
yeah,
what?
and I mean it just,
Maybe
so it
so
was
many
just,
people were talking about how it wasn't real that they decided to lean into it.
yeah.
They're like, you know what? Since they don't think it's real anyway, let's just explain the whole thing and we'll make money off of telling them about the thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
It's just, it's crazy. Because I watched it when it was Mick Foley and The Undertaker and Stone Cold Steve Austin and the British Bulldogs, and that's when I watched it.
hey, Joanna, you still got any fairs and stuff on the docket? She's probably trying to do stuff and I'm bugging her.
Yes, I do. I was supposed to do a show this weekend, but I opted to not and stay home and get caught up on just things around the house because with a 17-month-old, it's just you don't get a lot done.
No.
Um, but then I've got one, oh, what is it? The 15th and 16th. It's my big one in Grove City. And then
Nice.
I've got the Zanesville Mall Black Friday weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then 2 weeks later, another one at the Zanesville Mall. So,
Wow.
and what's so crazy is, Zanesville, that's our distribution center.
Hmm.
You know how many people stop by the booth and say, "Oh, I didn't know Avon was still in business. Oh,
Yeah, but
Avon, I
how
don't
would they
get a
know
book."
how would they know about the distribution center though?
Well, I would think that it would have been a big deal when they made that big plant there, but it's just weird that I always find it interesting. But then you also get people from the branch that stop, and boy, some of the stuff they tell you, it's like, oh, no wonder.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't want to know. I'd be like, but save your information. The thing I don't understand why more companies don't do anymore is why every giant semi truck coming out of there doesn't have a wrap on it like my car does.
Right.
Then they'd know. The town would know. But I know when I was out there, none of them had it anymore. And when I'm on the highway driving, I don't see many that have it at all. So I don't know whether it's because they use independent truckers and they don't have their own fleet, if that's what it is, or I don't know. But it's a shame. It's a wasted marketing thing, I think.
It is. And I had my blue van labeled at one time, and you were in Columbus and got your picture taken with me by up there in Columbus. But I wrecked that van, and then the different vans I've had, I just never have. And I've actually been trying to design something online to either get it lettered again or to get it wrapped because so many people do. It's like Avon. Oh,
Oh,
Avon.
Joanne,
I don't
don't
see
you
an
have a
Avon.
don't you have a Fast Signs franchise near you?
I don't
Fast Signs?
know.
You got to look because them doing it,
Fast
the
lines,
Fast Signs, I'll put it in the comments,
fast signs.
fastsigns.com. It's a franchise and they're all over the US and the design is part of the fee. You can't, even if you bring something in, it doesn't matter. They still charge you the same.
I do.
So
Fast signs of Pickerington.
see, you should go in there because you can tell them, I only want a partial wrap or I only want this and this. And anymore, I used to go in there with all kind of plans that I spent all kind of time figuring out. And I realized that I didn't pay less for that and they knew more about this than I do. So now when I go in, I say, I want Shameless Hussy Red. I wanted to have a bunch of lipsticks and I want my name big, not my name, the company name big. I don't give them any more direction than that. They come up with whatever they come up with. And then you can say, you know what, I need this to be bigger or whatever. But you won't have to come up with a whole design yourself.
Okay.
And you can even go and say, my budget is this. Or you can say, I only want a partial, or I only want the windows done, or I only want whatever it is. And they'll give you a quote on it. So
Okay. Cool.
I would do that because I quit trying to micromanage because they do that for a profession. I don't design for a profession. I like doing it and I think I'm good at it, but I'm probably not. But they do that every day of the week. That's all they do. So I decided to let them do what they do. So
Okay.
you might want to try it because I like the design they every time they've come up with, I've liked it. The only thing I had him change on mine was he had the word Avon smaller on my hood. And I think he had it in a different font. And I said, listen, I said, listen, um, I need Avon in the most readable font there is, which is the same as on the Zoom font there. And I said, I need it as big as it'll fit. He says it won't look proportional, whatever he said. I said, don't care. I need it big and readable. But that's the only change I made. The rest of it was fine. So you may want to try that. You know what they did love there, by the way? And I saw somebody with it the other day. On Facebook, I saw them selling a cat sticker with the tail separate that you could attach to your wiper. I saw that and said, lips, lipstick. I could do that. That could be on my van. And when I went to Fast Signs, my guy at Fast Signs, he was all excited to come up with that for me. So you can go there with oddball ideas. Like I didn't have anything to show him or anything. I just told him it was a vinyl cat picture on the window, and they attached some kind of thing that looked like a tail on the wiper, but think lips and lipstick. And he went, oh, he did the same thing I did when he went, oh, when he realized that could be. And when I showed back up for it, he had it done, and that's been very wasn't expensive, and it's lasted all this time. He thought that would come off the thing he attached to my wiper, and it hasn't. It's been, I think, 7 years, and it's still on there, even though I run it through the car wash. So you may want to try that, Joanne, instead of waiting.
All
That
right.
way,
Thank
yeah,
you. I will.
that way too, you'd know how much.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And if he comes back and it's more than you wanted to spend, say, well, can we do a partial, or can we do this instead, or tell him how much you want to spend up front, either way. Okay. But anyway, yeah, I need to have mine redone, but we're at the end of the life of the van, so I think I'm gonna have to wait till I get another van. Yeah, yeah. You know, though, it's I'm way past the life expectancy there. It's usually 5 to 7 years. I'm past that on this one. I did replace the windows once already, but they're crackled. But the guy that works on the van said to me, you know, this isn't as bad as you're thinking. Stand back like 10 feet, you can't see that crackle. And he's right. You stand back 10 feet, you can't see that all the windows have crackle. I see it because I know what it looked like before. But someone driving by me is not going to see that. They think it you still can read it and all that. So yeah. But anyway, it's a one it's an investment, but it can last for years and years and years and years.
Mm.
So what else is that? How about Nancy? We haven't heard from Nancy today.
Nancy's just a silent observer.
Nancy's well, that's all right, Nancy.
No, I was thinking this morning I got a phone call. I had a doctor's appointment last week and I left a couple books there. And this morning I got a phone call from a lady and she said she was at this doctor's office and picked up my book.
Oh,
And she
nice.
said, I wondered if you could send me some books, because I said, well, did you take that book? She said, no, I left it there because I was nice. She said, but could you send me one? And the doctor's office is like 5 minutes from my house. So I said, I'll tell you what, if you're going to be there for a few minutes, let me run up and I'll bring them to you. So I took her the current and next campaign books, and she was so excited. So she said her neighbor used to provide her with Avon, and she said he was the Avon man. I said, well, I'm happy to be your Avon lady. She said, okay, good. So they were so excited, she and her daughter. So I was thinking on the way home, I need to send a card.
If you brought her the book, though, did you have another way to get her information?
Well, I asked her on the phone when she called and wanted me to send it to her. I said, well, what's your address? And so I got her address. And then it dawned on me, wait a minute, I can just bring it up to you.
That worked out.
But I already
good,
got
though.
the address and I had the phone number. So
oh, that worked out good, though, because sometimes I've done that and then kicked myself because it was an opportunity to get the information.
Right.
No, that's awesome. Yes, send her a card.
So I thought, yep, I need to do that.
You know what, I like doing that because so few people send cards. Even Christmas is the biggest card sending thing of the year.
Right.
And even that, people are doing a lot less than they used to do. So whenever you send a card, and ours are distinctive even more than usual because of the blue envelopes. So, oh, there's Maisie. Crazy. Hey, Crazy. There she is. Don't bite me. Right, right. Um, here she wants to sit in the chair. Uh, so let's talk for a few minutes about the holiday cards. I know we were talking about it earlier. Um, I'm not sure what I'm putting in my one panel, except I did go to Napa and I did go to South Carolina, the road trip thing, and we have some pictures from that. I'm getting a picture from the kid. So, Joanne, what are you putting in yours? You had a lot of stuff go on.
It'll just be pictures of different family people, whatever turns out the best when I print it, and then just the update on what everybody's doing. It's like my two granddaughters, each of them now have boyfriends and they're with them all the time, seems like. And then, of course, we got the baby getting into everything. So, luckily, knock on some wood, we've not had any deaths in the family this year. So, that's a good thing. It seems like every newsletter, when I go back in to start the new one, it's like, oh, yeah. It's like everyone's dead, but we haven't had any. So, knock on some
Well,
wood.
that's good.
Mhm.
Yeah, I hate writing about that personally. Yeah, I don't
Now,
know if
see,
I'm gonna put mine about moving or not. I don't know.
I send out so many of them that I don't use send out cards for mine. I just go buy the Christmas cards after Christmas, the day
Uh-huh,
after. And it's funny that you're talking about this because last night I was downstairs because I had to bring up a case of the Avon Fiji fabric softener and
uh-huh.
laundry soap because I stocked up when it was going away. And I was looking at my box. I've got two big totes that's got my cards in it. And I'm like, oh, geez, how am I going to run this one through my printer? Because I just run them through my printer, the cards, because I think last year I sent out between church, my family, and just Avon friends and friends. I sent out and my team over 600 cards. And so I can't write all of our names and stuff on that.
Right, right. I mean, I'm surprised that just that reason alone wouldn't be why you would want to use send out cards. Seems like it would be faster and cheaper.
Not really, because I get, the postage is only the 78 cents, but then the cards, gosh, I think I paid like 250 for a box of 50. So yeah,
But
it's
I mean,
not cheaper.
the expensive thing you're not listing here is your time.
I know. I never
Okay.
value my time.
Well, just keep it in the back of your head because right, it seems no, I still have people that are doing they won't do campaign mail, they're still doing the bulk mail and they meet every 2 weeks and have a big production of it. And I said, that's nice if you want to just meet with your friends and do that, but it's actually more money.
Mhm.
So depends on if you like doing it, I guess.
I enjoy it, and I put because I put stickers all over it and stuff too, and I just sit there and I as I'm watching TV at night, I'll just sit there with my little table and start working on my cards.
Yeah. Well, okay. I I think I like it the being able to put in a whole bunch of pictures, I guess. Because I put in a lot of pictures. So you know what I haven't done yet is on the app that I use, that card list app, I haven't added the people that I've dealt with different this year. You know what I mean? I didn't know them last year. I didn't send them a card last year, but this year they've been a bigger part of things. So they need to be in there. So I need to go through the calendar and include people that I wasn't dealing with a lot last year that didn't get sent a card that should get a card this year. Does that make any sense? Either I didn't buy from them or they didn't buy from me, or there's a bunch of reasons why I didn't have them in there last year, but they should be in there this year. So I haven't done that even yet, but that's all got to happen. Hey, you know what? She's sitting here waiting for me to move. She wants to sit in this chair. I'm just glad she's not biting me.
There's Bodog.
Yeah. Hey, Nancy. Oh, is that one of those shirts? That's one of the shirts we sell, isn't it? Isn't that the grommet one?
It's one from a couple years ago, I think.
Nice.
It's got like the little button things
Oh, well, the
on
button
each
one, yeah.
side.
Well, I say we
It
had one
was,
that had the grommets on it. Thought that was it. That's cute.
yeah, no, this isn't that. This is 2 or 3 years old, I think. I was cold
That's
this
cute.
morning, so I just reached for a long sleeve shirt.
Did you get any of the jackets?
I did. I got my leather jacket and I love it. I've been wearing it the last couple days. You'll laugh because it's in the 60s here and we're freezing. And so I'm wearing my leather jacket. But I did have it on this morning when I met that lady and I showed
Nice.
her and had her feel how soft it was. Um I am ordering the fur one. I'm not
Oh,
really
it's
much of a
nice.
fur coat person, but you just made it look so good.
I took more pictures with it yesterday because I thought it was in 22, but it's going to be in 23. So when it does come out next campaign, I'm going to have a bunch of stuff about it because it is
Yeah.
cute.
So
You know,
I can't wait to order that this week. So
I
it'll
don't
be
have
here next week.
my heat on yet. It's only
We don't
50.
we broke down this morning and turned ours on.
I have big giant windows in my front room that end up heating the house when it's sunny.
Yeah,
The only problem is it gets 80 in here during the day. And then at night, because I don't want to cool it off to where it's comfortable, because then at night when it gets down to 30 outside, it'll only go to about 65 in here. And then I can go for days without turning the heat on.
yeah, we were trying to hold out and it was like 64, 63 or something in here this morning. And my husband said, I
Mm.
don't know how much longer I can wait. I said, just go for it.
Yeah, I think I turn. Oh, look at she's going to go to sleep there even. Wow. Well, okay, okay. And the dog's over behind on the other bed. See the dog? Yeah, we all just a Velcro to me today. We're all just gonna, and they give me the side eye when they know I'm leaving. So they're like, the dog doesn't even when he knows I'm going because I get up at 2 in the morning to go. When he knows I'm going, he won't even look at me. He won't even raise his head and look at me. And normally he's right on my butt when I go out the door, but he knows if it's in the middle of the night, I'm gonna be gone a couple days.
I have to
So,
show you my little Velcro dog. Can you see her?
oh yeah, I want to see the face. I got the button.
There you
Show.
go.
Oh, there.
Oh,
Oh.
She got shaved really short a couple of weeks ago, and she needs some hair to grow back out. And she'll be even cuter, but she's my little Velcro dog.
Yeah, yeah, this one's trying to get me to move, aren't you? You need to move and let me sit in the chair. Yeah, I don't know, except she bites. Yeah. Oh, so, I probably told you this before, but the lady I adopted, matter of fact, I do it with the other ones I adopted when I knew who I got them from. But the one I got Maisie from, the one I got Bo from, I send them cards. And I send them cards maybe 4 times a year with pictures of them in it. Because, I want them to feel good about letting me have them, I guess. I want them to feel like, oh, well, if we couldn't have them, at least they're getting taken care of good or something. You know what I mean? That's how
Yeah,
I feel about it.
I send because we have 4 rescue dogs, and so I send sometimes on their birthdays or something. I'll send a picture and a text message or something to the person that we got them from. But it's frustrating because some of them just didn't even seem to care about getting rid of them.
But you know what? You know what I think now? I try not to think about them getting rid of them like that. I think desperate people do desperate things. They couldn't
Yeah,
figure out they either couldn't figure out how to make their life go on and pay for them. That lots of times it's money or
true.
something else was going on. Like with Maisie, she bites and she's she's feral. That's the size of it. She's a feral cat living in the house. They couldn't deal with that, and they had little kid and stuff. So I mean, I just figured desperate people do desperate things. I don't. That's why
That's a better
when
way to look at it.
well, the people that dump them on the side of the road, I don't think they're doing it to be mean. I think they're desperate people doing desperate things. They only dumped them because they either didn't have the money to deal with it or they were moving and they couldn't deal with it somehow. But they were desperate somehow is why they did that. Because I think most people, unless they're a psycho serial killer, probably wouldn't have done that if they hadn't been desperate. So I think that keeps me from being mean. I think, you know what I mean? I don't want to be
Yeah,
like that. And I
that's all
think
your perspective, I guess.
well, I think some people just end up doing things they wouldn't normally do because they're desperate,
Yeah.
you know? So that happens. But how I ended up finding out Bo's story is they gave me a packet at the place that does the rescues. It was Big Fluffy Dog Rescue, although Bo's not big or fluffy. Right. And they gave me a packet of stuff. I don't know if they realized that the person that found Bo and turned him into them name was on the vet record. And I was looking through the packet and I went, I wonder if that's the name of a person that works at the rescue or if that's the name of the one that found him. So I mailed him a card and it was the lady that found him. And so her and I went back and forth for a while. She said that she had three dogs of her own, and Bo just walked up in their yard. He's from Tennessee. He just walked into their yard and started playing with their dogs, and didn't have a collar, didn't have a chip, and he was bad enough shape. She knew he wasn't with somebody. And so that's why she turned him in. But she said she wanted to keep him, but she already had three dogs. So she was very excited to find out that Bo had a home and he had a boy of his own. And so I send them cards once in a while. It's a little old couple. So I was glad I took a chance and sent that card. But
Yep.
now she usually emails me. She doesn't send me a card to tell me about her other dogs and how they're doing and stuff. And I
And
send her
ask you to adopt them.
no, not from Tennessee. Right? No, she hasn't said that. So, yeah, and Maisie, the biter, that was in the local community group on Facebook. She was looking to rehome, which I hate that word by the way, rehome Maisie.
Yeah.
But she said her boyfriend was allergic, but I could tell by what she was saying that it probably was more like Maisie was crazy. You know what I mean? And that is what it is. But I don't blame people for not being able to put up with that. That's rough. I mean, she is a little bit much. I get it. Yeah. The kids when it was funny when the kids Maisie's allowed to go on the table and stuff because who's stopping her, really? And the kids used to, when they come in the house, I'm sitting right near the door, and the kids would say, "Don't touch the table, cat. Pass it on. Don't touch the table, cat, when you come in, because maybe bites, right?" Cat. So I understand why they couldn't keep her, but desperate people do desperate things. So anyway, but that's card wise, what I'm working on right now is I'm still doing, what I'm pulling um the zip codes around me because I started out pulling my whole town and I did that list already. And I sent out an Avon card that was more like Avon traditions. We still got them going. Here's the hand creams and stuff. And if you want to shop online or if you want to book, I'm here. And then I thought I pulled the list for my town because I realized unless they got coded as a customer in my SendOutCards database, they haven't heard from me, all these people in town that I have their info for. So I got through that list and I thought, well, wait a minute, you know what I'll do? I'll do New Boston next, and then now I'm on Henniker, which is another town. So a lot of these people, I have their information for one reason or another. Most of them, it was because either there was some association with school. We either went to a club together, or the kid was in there play with them, or something. Or when I ran for office, they signed for me. So chances are they'll recognize my name when they get a card from me. But if they weren't coded as an Avon customer, they haven't heard from me in all this time. So I thought this is a good opportunity to just make sure everybody knows that I'm still in business over here. So right now I'm working through the list for Henniker. So that's one of them. And then I did pull my info only again and start over because I fixed that, which is a recruiting card. And then the other one is this is my regular customers that are coded as customers. I'm sending that even though I'm trying to hold fast. The eye patch things right now they're shorting. Early this morning, we got a message that said they were in and then they're out again. So I'm still sending this card though that is based all around those eye patches. And I'm thinking, well, if they go to the site to order, they can put on the wait list. But it's more not about that one product, even though the card's about that one product. It's more about I'm giving them information about the product. I'm reminding them, hey, I do Avon and I'm over here. It's more like that. Because some
It's a way to
people,
get them to the site.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I see people do that where they get a card from me about something else and they'll say, oh, that's right. I forgot I needed some whatever they're normally buying. So I'm continuing to send that card. It has when the eye patches first came out, we got them at the convention. Ty and I did a thing where we're both wearing them and we got a bunch of pictures, and that's what's on the front of the card with the product. So it's something different. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. How about Rhonda? Did you want to say something, Rhonda? Rhonda doesn't usually. I think, do you listen at work, I think? I think she might be listening at work.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Okay. I'm actually home. I have an event tonight. I'm part of a women's group and we have a breast cancer event.
Oh, awesome.
So what I'm doing is I always have it's a little container and or little lipsticks.
Hmm.
I'm putting them in and I'm letting them guess the
Oh,
count.
guess how many?
Right.
Oh,
But they
that's
have to
awesome.
give me their information so I can let them know who wins. And then therefore I'll put it in the send out card system. Now I'll have their information.
Oh, perfect.
Mhm.
That's awesome. Well, I hope you have some good luck tonight.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Yeah. So, what's the last card that you sent out, Rhonda?
I'm bad.
You still had a last card somehow.
Darn.
Was it a while back or?
Actually, I send out a card to my aunt and uncle. They went to a 70s party and dressed up, and they don't
Oh,
usually have pictures together.
oh,
So
that's perfect.
I on a card I sent them that picture. That was my last one that way.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome. That's such a good use of this, though, really, because nobody prints their pictures anymore. So that's
No.
awesome. That's awesome. Well, we're already at 2. Did you have
Dang.
something you want to add, Maureen, when we wrap it up here?
I don't think so. I
Oh,
don't
good.
think so. Yeah.
Okay. So I hope everybody takes this chance to go and send a card today. I did my 10. So I hope you've been, if you haven't found the group yet, we have a group on Facebook. I've been putting either um, a new product or a tip on a kind of card to send every day. The only day I don't do it is when I'm in Yonkers, and Sundays I usually put the thing about consistency up, but you usually get 3 or 4 tips during the week. So pop in there if you want to see those. There's 3 new gifts that I put up last week. There's one, a boo mug, a ghost mug, a pumpkin mug, and the boo box is back. So even though there's only 7 days, you still could send it today and somebody get a boo box, I believe, by Halloween. So
What
excuse
is
me.
the name of that group?
Oh, you want me to see if I can add you? It's Send Out Card. What is
Yes.
it? Let me look. What is the name of the group?
Mm.
That is good thinking there. It's called Lisa Wilber Send Out Cards Eagle Team. And up this is let me copy it and send it to you, Nancy.
Okay, that would be
Lisa
great.
Wilber
Thank you.
Send Out Cards team members. Copy. And
Are you going to
Nancy,
Yonkers this weekend?
no, I'm not. What's your last name, Nancy?
Highland, Hyland.
Oh, you know what? Let me put it in the comments. I'll put it here. You can, I believe you can click from there.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. If not, I'll put it messenger too. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm not going. I'm going next weekend. I'm trying to be an adult about it. But it's hard. I don't like. I told him this morning because he was teasing me. I said I'm over here chanting, "Be an adult, be an adult, be an adult." Don't just drop everything and run to Yonkers every time he says, "Please come down." Be an adult, be an adult. Yeah. Oh, geez. Yeah, it's tough. But
Yeah,
I'm going next Friday.
What's that word? Something makes the heart grow fonder.
Absence.
Absence makes
Yeah.
the heart grow fonder.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
trying to help you here, Lisa. I'm trying to
Yeah.
help.
Oh, this is rough. Be an adult, be an adult,
Oh,
be an adult. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to put the replay up on YouTube, as are all the old replays. And thank you very much. And thank you for co-hosting, Maureen. Always appreciated. And there's something else headed your way, Maureen, by the way.
thank you.
Look for it.
I will. I was
And thank
shocked about that. That is the cutest thing in the world.
Oh, you're gonna like this too.
All
And thank
right.
you, Penny, Nancy, Rhonda, Joanne. Thank you all. Love you all. Appreciate you all.
Thank you.
We'll see
Thank you very
Bye.
much.
you.
Have a great
Bye.
day.
Bye.
Bye.